Hey guys, Dave here from GetFreeWithDaveandAngie.com. I didn't even know I was dead. That was the name of a short story I wrote about 4 years ago. And I want to share that with you this morning because I think it's on topic with my blog. So what happened with that short story, I wrote it while I was working in the cubicle where I was pretty much at the rock bottom of my desperation and hopelessness in my life because of that job that I had that was killing me, that cubicle job. So the way the story goes is and I wrote it in my journal. See, back then I was so frustrated and hopeless that art was one of my only ways for me to relieve the stress, for me to escape the reality I had accepted for myself. It was art. So I did a lot of music and writing and poetry because basically everything else except for that and my family life was a nightmare. My family life and my art were the only things that gave me any kind of solace in those days. So the way the story goes then is a man wakes up for work, eats his breakfast like he's been doing for years, or opens the door and walks to his car and on his way to the car, actually, even though it's the same thing he's been doing for years, there's one thing that's a little bit different. There's an electrical wire that's loose on the ground, or that's broken and sparking and stuff, and it hits him, and he feels a shock, but no big deal. I mean, he still keeps walking forward, and it hurt, but he's pretty numb anyway, so he gets in his car and just drives to work like he always does, and goes to work and says hi to the same people walking up the stairs and sits at his computer at his job and does the same thing he's been doing forever and ever and ever. And it's become such a pattern for him that he feels just numb inside. And days keep going by like this in the short story until he starts to feel a little bit different. Actually, what happens is in the story is he starts to fall apart. Literally fall apart. His body starts falling apart, and he starts being too stiff to be able to walk. And at a certain part in the story, he can no longer function anymore, even though the habit in his life of going to work and doing the routine of his life that he's become accustomed to keeps moving him forward. There comes a point where his body doesn't even go anymore. So he goes to get himself fixed. He goes to the hospital, and he's lying on the hospital bed in the doctor's office, and the first thing they do is check his pulse, and what happens is he has no pulse, and it hits him all at once at that point. He realizes that when that electrical wire hit him and electrocuted him, he actually died. But his life had become such routine and such habit that he didn't even realize he was dead. That's how numb he had become to life, to his own inner self and his own inner state and his happiness and his hope, that he just became this shell and that moved almost by itself, almost like a machine, and didn't even require him to be alive for the habit to keep moving. Obviously it's a stretch, it's a short story, and it's a metaphor of sorts, but I wrote that because that's exactly how I felt in my life. I felt like my life had become nothing but a husk, a shell of what it was supposed to be, and I only moved forward out of habit, and I didn't even know why I kept moving forward and doing what I was doing. But I felt like even though I felt dead inside, I still kept on moving, and yeah, it's like I felt that I related to that story because even though obviously physically I was alive, inside I was beyond that. I was dead. Now, what's changed? How did I go from that to that kind of hopelessness and despair to living my dream now, living by the ocean with my family, working from home? I think that one of the main things that allowed me to make that transition in my life was understanding that opportunity doesn't come by itself in life. One of the main differences between a person like I am now and the type of person I was before is that now I seek opportunity. See, it's not like I said, opportunity doesn't come to you. It's not just served to you. It doesn't land in your lap. You have to open your perception to it. You have to be actively looking for opportunities, and when you are searching for an opportunity, for a way out, it will present itself to you. But if you're not searching and you're just totally dead inside and have lost all hope and you're lost in despair, then you will never find a way out because you're not looking for an opportunity. And I think that's one of the most dangerous things of living a routine life that is not satisfying, that you're tired of, is that the danger of it is losing hope, is hope being destroyed inside of yourself. Because if that happens, you're in danger of not seeking opportunities and not seeking a way out anymore. You have to believe that it's possible for you to make a change in your life and actually create the lifestyle of your dreams. If you don't believe that's possible, you won't look for it and it won't happen. I can tell you that short story was actually very real. It was a very real portrayal of my inner state. And I know that if somebody that is actually, almost dead inside can transform their life and create an outcome and a lifestyle that they enjoy, if I could do that, then you can do that. You just have to look for it, be aware of opportunities that might present themselves to you, and then don't be afraid to seek them. Believe in yourself and know that if you seek them, as long as you don't stop and take yourself out of the game, you'll get there. It's impossible for you not to get there unless you yourself stop. No one will stop you, and there is no failure. There's only feedback. So that's the message for today, guys. Opportunities are never delivered to us. They're never delivered to us. We have to increase our perception of them. And once we are able to see opportunities, we'll see that life abounds with opportunities. Anything that you're looking for in life, there's endless opportunities and endless doors to get where you want to go in your life. So thanks for watching today's video, guys. And don't forget to click on the link that's going to be above or somewhere around this video to check out my free ebook, where I'll show you step by step how I was able to create this lifestyle I'm enjoying now. And not only how I created it, but also how you can too, in a real easy to follow format that I think anyone can do. It gives you a real roadmap that if you're willing to put in the time and the effort and believe in yourself, it's inevitable for you to create whatever kind of lifestyle you want to create by following that simple formula I lay out in that ebook. So click the link, and I'll see you on the other side of that, and you guys have an awesome day.